spectral future. Baby, won't you be mine?
Scooting the chair up a little bit so I can get awkwardly close to you guys. And I'm sorry for the way I look right now. I feel like I've been saying that in literally every video lately, but I just got back from VidCon a little while ago. I'm exhausted and I will tell you why. But yeah, so for this, I apologize. Hey guys, so it's Stan and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am bringing it back with just a good old-fashioned story time. And I've never done a video like this. I'm going to be telling you guys 2 story times in one today. And in one, I mean like in one video. Both of these story times, one of them literally happened today and I just really wanted to tell it, but it's not like a long enough story time for me to like make an entire video about it. And the other one I've been wanting to tell too. And that's the same thing. It's like not long enough to make an entire video about it. So today you're getting 2 videos in one. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story time of the car accident I got in today and also my crazy psycho Uber. So today is, what day is it? It's June 21st and I went to VidCon today and I woke up and I was like super excited. It's my first VidCon and I know like especially this year like there were a lot of conflicting like VidCon opinions, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see what it's all about. I didn't go to Playlist and Anaheim's literally like an hour and a half away. I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go. Got all dressed up and I was like ready to go, and if you know me, you know that, or if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know me and cars are not the best combination. I am so prone to getting in car accidents. I don't even know what you would compare it to. It's just like I am a magnet for car accidents. I have gotten in so many like little fender benders here and there. Like I've talked about this before. I've been in a shit ton of accidents. My car's been stolen. My car's gotten towed. It's not a good deal. Me and cars, not a good mix. Doesn't work. So I get in my car and I have my directions. I'm all ready to go. I'm super excited. I get in the car. I start driving to VidCon. Luckily, I'm only like 3 exits away from where my house is. And I'm driving, and as I'm on the highway, I just get this gut feeling in my stomach that something is going to go wrong. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was going to be when I got to VidCon. I didn't know if it was going to be after VidCon. I didn't know when it was going to be, and I didn't know what it was going to be. And I literally like thought to myself, I was like, oh, it's probably just like my anxiety because like I'm gonna be around a bunch of people today. I have interviews and things like that. Like I'm probably just really anxious about it. No. And I'm sure if you like drive or if you are ever in a car with someone who's driving, traffic on the highway, like there's levels of it. It's like there's no traffic and it's like full speed ahead, and then there's like kind of slow traffic but it's like moving, and then there's like bumper to bumper traffic. Like it's deadlocked. I was actually pretty surprised about how little traffic there was, considering I left at like 10 a.m. this morning and there's typically a lot of traffic. And there really wasn't until I got to this one exit where it kind of slowed down a little bit. So everyone's kind of slowing down, right? And I look in my rear view mirror. I look in my rearview mirror and I see this car coming. Mind you, I'm maybe going like 30 at this point because like I said, slow traffic, like 20 to 30. I look in my rearview mirror and I see this car coming at me, and I kid you not, anywhere between 65 to 75 miles an hour, if not faster. This car was booking it, and I looked in my rearview mirror and I realized it was getting closer, and it was kind of in slow motion at the same time. I've been in enough car accidents to know when someone is not going to stop and when you are going to just crash. I'm looking in my rearview mirror and I'm like, fuck. I was like, this bitch is not gonna stop. I was like, she's not stopping. And then all of a sudden it was just bam. I knew it was coming and I knew it was gonna happen, and my car wasn't moving. Like my car stopped, and I'm pretty sure I had my foot on the brake because my car didn't jolt forward or anything like that. It was just me that jolted forward because of the impact. So I jolt forward. I've never been in an accident that bad. I think this is the worst accident I've ever been in just because of the severity of the impact, I guess, if that even makes sense. Like I've never gotten into an accident on the highway. I take my car and I move it over to the side of the road, and mind you, I wore like this blue velvet jumpsuit, like big hoop earrings. Like I was on one today. I am not dressed for 10 a.m. I'm dressed for like 1 a.m. The car that hit me is still in the middle of the highway. Like it's undrivable. Like she can't drive her car. And I'm just standing there like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And so she can't move. Cars are going around her. She's in her car, but she's like on her phone, so I know she's okay. I have no idea how the ambulance, fire department, police department, and tow truck got there within like 5 minutes maximum, but they did. And like in those situations, like that's insane. That's incredible. The fact that they're able to get there so quickly and be so efficient, because they cleaned up that mess so quick. The cop had to block off the entire freeway. I'm standing in the middle of an open freeway. And long story short, her car got totaled, and my car, like, yeah, it needs to get fixed and it will get fixed, but the fact that that's the only thing that really happened to my car and that's the only damage it has, I find insane considering how crushed her car was. So that is my first story. My second story happened while me and Dane were actually in New York. So while me and Dane were in New York, Dane is the sweetest thing on the planet, because I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but I posted, surprised me with this like date card and this really cute date that he set up. We went to Little Italy in New York. We finished up at the restaurant we were at, basically. This is where the story starts. And we decided to take an Uber to Central Park because Dane had like a second part of the date that he like wanted to do that he had planned out. And so I ordered this Uber. It matches us with this guy named Kevin. His literal name is Kevin. I'm not gonna like BS it. His name's Kevin. A lot of times when you call Ubers and you're like out in public or like out at like a restaurant or things like that, it's like hard to find them and they have trouble finding you, but they usually always find you. So Kevin calls me and he starts to tell us that he can't drive down the street to where we're at because it's blocked off. And we were a little confused, me and Dane, because like there were cars driving down the street that we were at. It wasn't blocked off any side of the street, like any four-way of the street. It was not blocked. It was not blocked. We were like, that's a little weird, but like we'll just walk to him. Maybe he just gets like frustrated. I don't know. So we just decided to walk to him. This is where like the weirdness kind of starts. He made us walk into like, mind you, it's like dark outside, it's night, we're in New York, and he made us walk to like this weird off street where it was like really secluded and quiet, and like it was just kind of like, it was a little bit creepy. But me and Dane get in the car. I mean, it's a typical car. There's 3 seats in the back, but me and Dane just sit in the 2 seats next to each other. I don't know. We're obsessed with each other. I don't know what else to say. Get in the car and Kevin doesn't say anything, but he just has like, I don't know what it's called, and I don't want anyone to get offended when I say this, but it's literally just like someone preaching about Jesus on his radio. Bible, Jesus, like all of that, like on his radio, blast it up. And look, you can listen to whatever you want to listen to, but it did make me and Dane like kind of look at each other for a second when we got in, and it was like blasting about like Jesus and the Bible and like whatever. I'm a Christian too, like don't get me wrong, but like still, it was just kind of like a little much. But it was like no big deal because real quick he was like, oh, do you guys like want to listen to anything? And Dane's like, yeah, like can you put on some country? And Kevin was like, okay. And he changes the dial and it's just like jazz, like a saxophone. You don't confuse that with like country. There was no words, like it was just like a saxophone. Like could have probably said something, but at that point we were just like, all right, like this is a little weird. We're just gonna like leave it, and like the 20-minute drive, it'll be over soon. You know how Uber drivers typically like when you get in the car, they like confirm who you are. It's like one of the first things they say. They like ask for your name or you give them your name or whatever. So we're driving, and not only are we driving, he decides, like I know New York well, okay? I know New York well, and I know that he did not have to take the specific route that he decided to take. He decided to take us this weird way that was like by the water. Like it added probably like 6 or 7 minutes to our trip because it just was like this. It was just the weird way. It was just not right. So we're in the middle of the ride and he turns down this not country music, that's jazz, and he goes, so are you Savannah? Like pointing at me, and I was like, yeah, like I'm Savannah. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. He looks in the back and looks at me and Dane and he goes, you know, there's 1 seat over if you wanna like scooch over. Look, bro. And this is where I got like, I was not okay. Like I was, no. We see the seat, dude. Like I see the seat, bro. Like I see that you have an extra seat. You have 3 seats in the back of your car. A lot of cars do. Most cars do. Actually, I think all cars do. You know there's an extra seat. If we didn't want to sit next to each other, we wouldn't have. I don't know. It's probably not a big deal to you guys, but like the way he said it and just saying it in general, it's like, what? Like there's 0 point in saying that. And when he said that, Dane looked at him a little weird and he was like, no, like we're gonna sit next to each other. Like we want to sit next to each other. It's just me. Like I just noticed weird things like this. So he like kind of just like shut up for a little bit. So after that, he didn't say anything, but he had his window down and he kept sticking his arm out the window and like making, to me, they were hand signals. I thought they were hand signals because he kept like, if my arm was like this, he was doing it backwards, but I'm just gonna show you guys what he was doing. He was like, it almost looked like he was like he would hold up like a 1 and then like a 3. And then he just kind of like kept going like this, but it was like backwards. So it was like motioning how you would motion someone to like come here. It was like, that's what it was, but it was like backwards. I looked at him and I was looking at Dane, and Dane was uncomfortable too. It was like at that point, Dane was really uncomfortable. And so we get off of this like weird, creepy waterway. We're at this stoplight. And so Kevin rolls up all the windows, and he has like blackout windows. So he rolls up his windows and locks the doors, all 4 doors. And that's when me and Dane looked at each other and we were just like, is Kevin gonna kill us? Like Kevin might kill us. Everything about this guy was just sketchy. Like he was just shady. It might be one of those things where you just had to be there to feel that vibe that he was giving off, but it was like It was not good. And so he gets off onto this road and he is going in the opposite direction of our destination. And I didn't notice that. He's literally going against what his little map is telling him. And Dane called him out. He was like, yo, like you passed our destination. Like you're going the wrong way. And he's like, no, like I can't go that way. Like that way is like blocked off. And Dane is like, no, like you're going the wrong way, Kevin. Dane said to him, he was like, you need to turn around and let us out right here. And Kevin, being crazy Kevin, tried to talk us out of it and was like, he's like, no, like I'll just go up a little more and we'll like go all the way around. I don't know if he was trying to get more money. I don't know if he was trying to take us somewhere scary. I don't know what he was trying to do, but Dane was like, no, you're gonna let us out right here. And he's like, are you sure? Like that's not where your destination is. And he's like, you're not gonna take us to our destination either, so just let us out right here. So he stops the car and we get out. Me and Dane looked at each other in that moment and we were like, something was so off about him, like so off. Me and Dane start walking. Kevin turns around, facing the direction that we're walking, pulls over and parks. Now I know Uber's drivers will do this to like get a new ride or whatever, but me and Dane started walking around this area for a decent amount of time. And when we came back, his car was still there. Kevin was still there. He wasn't waiting for another ride. We just started walking in the opposite direction. It was just such a weird feeling. Sometimes weird things don't even necessarily, like events don't have to happen. Like weird events did happen in that like 25-minute Uber ride, but like it's just a feeling someone gives you, you know? It's like that, like crazy, like I'm on one vibe, like crazy, like I'm gonna kill you vibe. Like that's the vibes Kevin was giving off. So yeah, those are my two story times, both involving cars, both involving my bad luck, and yeah. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this double story time into one. If you like these types of videos and want me to put like couple story times into one video to like knock a couple out, let me know in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Savannah. I make videos 3 days a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. You should subscribe, join the family. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back in a couple days with a brand new video. Bye guys.
Baby, 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 baby.